What's up YouTube? Rock12 here, and today I'm coming at you guys with another deck profile. Today I'm coming at you guys with a deck of antimeta, and this is what I'm thinking of playing this Saturday at locals. But I want to know what you guys think. I feel like it competes against the meta pretty well, but yeah, I always want to know what you guys think. It's between this, Plague Spreader Zombies, and probably Battling Boxers. So out of those, just let me know what you guys would play. First off, you start off the deck with one Thunder King, the staple in any anti-meta deck. I'm sure you guys all know what he does. Next is 2 copies of Evil Swarm Thunderbird. He hides from everything, and he just comes back even bigger, and he really has a lot of synergy in the deck. Next is 2 Snowman Eater, and he's just really good because he outs things like Ophion and things like that. Just problematic cards that he can get rid of. And then you run 2 copies of Brother the Farthest Bear. He's really good because he searches out his pop, and he's also searchable with his pop card. Next is what I would call the MVP of the deck, and that's 2 Flying Sea. It just stops all XZ plays for your opponent. It really levels the playing field. Next is 2 Gravekeeper's Commandant. It's just really good. It searches your Necro Valley, and it's 2100 under Necro Valley. So yeah. And then next up is 2 Card D for the draw power. 1 Breaker the Magical Warrior, because he's big and you get a pop. 1 Photon Thrasher, just big. Mist Valley Falcon. He combos really well with things like Fiendish Chain, anything of that sort. 1 Armor B, because of the fact that you have to have 3200 to top him. And 1 Malefic Stardust Dragon. It's just really good. It has a lot of synergy in the deck. With your 1 Silivori Calcos and 2 Necro Valley. Silivori Calcos makes your monsters really big, and plus you don't really special summon from the extra deck ever. And plus the Necro Valley shuts down a lot of your problematic decks you go up against. This deck's worst match is Dark World. I'll go ahead and tell you guys that. Then you run 3 MST. You need the 3 MST to get rid of a lot of problematic stuff like Kaiser Coliseum and the Bujin matchup, just troublesome back row, things like that. And then next is 2 Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality is really good. You don't ever really special summon, so Pot of Duality is nice in the deck because it's just, extra dig. Then you run 2 Fire Formation Tinky. Tinky works really well too because it's Tinky. It searches out Bear, and then Bear blows shit up. Next is 1 Forbidden Lance. Forbidden Lance is good. I've thought about pushing it to 2, but I don't really know what to take out. But Lance is really good because it makes your opponent's monsters small, and it also protects your monsters from spell and trap. And then 1 Royal Tribute. I've opened this card in a lot of games, and I've sacked my opponent first turn. Took everything they had, and it really sucks for your opponent. And sometimes I don't really feel fair when I do it, but that's the name of the game. And then you're on 1 Dark Hole and 1 Book of Moon. And moving on to the traps, you run 2 copies of Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain shuts down a lot of cards that would give you a hard time. So, Fiendish Chain. 2 copies of Mirror Force. I say this in every deck profile I've ever made. Mirror Force punishes bad players. It punishes players who overextend, and it's just too good because there are a lot of players that do that. Next up is 2 copies of Threatening Roar. Threatening Roar saves your monsters and saves your stuff, like a bear, and then you can use that bear to pop. So, it's just good. And then last but not least, you're on 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, and 1 Torrential Tribute. But that's the deck. The extra deck is generic 4s and 3s and Stardust Dragon. I don't have it setting out right now. But yeah, that's what the extra deck is. It's just your generic 4s and generic 3s. But let me guys know what you think. And just tell me if you guys would play this, Battling Boxers, or Plague Spreader Zombies. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'll let you guys know how it turns out. This is Rock12, signing off.